Ladies and gentlemen, of course it has happened. After a whole 2 long weeks of waiting, we now know that Raila Odinga is officially in government. But the question is, the people who have followed him, the people who have supported him for the longest time, what do they think about this move? What is the ultimatums that they have given Raila Odinga? For that and much more, welcome to Big Man Reacts.
Round the Bay of Mexico, the sunshine daily on the mountain top. I took a trip on a sailing ship. When I reached Jamaica, I made a stop.
It is, for lack of a better word, a dark day in this country. As they say, it is our turn to eat. Now is their turn to eat.
Thank you very much.
I do not want to pretend, but that is one of the worst smiles that I know of, because I don't know a day that he has smiled because of something good that has happened. And even today that he is smiling, I cannot, for the life of me, believe that he's smiling because something good is happening. Rather, I think he's smiling because the worst thing is happening today, bro. Today is a very dark day in this country. And sorry to say, we may not see it today, but we are gonna see it in days to come. Bwana, former Prime Minister Raila Odinga has seen it twice in his wisdom to work with the most hated president of this country, the most incompetent president that this country has ever had. And we can only summarize it as an act of absolute greed, if not an act of disregard for the will of the people, and even spitting right on the face of Kenyans, because Kenyans have made their voice very vocal that we do not want you to join the government. The government is led by an oppressor. You joining the government is joining the oppressor, but he has chosen to join this government. So for the next couple of minutes, I'm going to play some videos which are going to help me make my points.
Sad to say, I'm on my way. Won't be back for many a days. My head is down, my head is turning around. I had to let a little girl in Kingston town.
This guy, Bana, the way he used to fight Ruto, you could never think that he could be bought or rented, because again, Mutahinguni, the professor of politics, quote unquote, said that politicians cannot be bought, they can only be rented. So I wonder how much Ruto has given to be able to afford all these politicians to back him up, because you can see they even smile. They even smile. And there we go. Raila Odinga is officially part of the William Ruto's government. But what does that mean? If you were to interrogate the matter properly, what does that mean?
We are all clear on what it is and what it is not.
What it means is that you are now part and parcel of this government, and whatever is going wrong, whatever wrong executions are being done by this government, now you're party to that. Now you, and to break down even further what exactly this means, we invite our political analyst from somewhere in Kiandutu. Talk to us, mister.
Well, it is now officially Raila Odinga and William Ruto have agreed to share power 50-50. Na wakati wanashare hii power 50-50, naye Raila Odinga amepromise kuwa atasupport Ruto 2027. That's why ukisikia Raila jana akiwa huko Kisii, aliambia Wakisii aje, nyinyi na Matiang'i wenu kura zenu haziwezi watosha kufanya kuwa president. So badala hiyo, kujeni support William Ruto. Na kwa hivyo yeye amepewa position na atakuwa co-president ambaye atakuwa in quote.
I love what he said. He said that Raila is going to be co-president. co-president. So Sifuna, you said what?
We are all clear on what it is and what it is not.
What it is and what it is not. Our political analyst from Kiandutu is telling us that Raila is going to be a co-president. So there is no doubt in our minds that this government is now being run by two presidents who share the same powers. Because I am not willing to speak like this, but I do not find any other way of expressing what I want to say. Raila has got Ruto by the balls. That's exactly what it is. That is exactly what it is. Raila is got Ruto by the balls. So even if you might say that it is only Ruto who has the sword, it is not true. Because now he has the sword, but his balls have been grabbed. He's gonna do with the sword that which the ball grabber is going to ask. If the ball grabber says, cut the Central Kenya funding to 1%, that is exactly what is gonna happen. Because him who grabs the balls calls the shots. Write that somewhere. It is a quote by me. Write it somewhere, please. Let's continue, Mr. Kiandutu.
Lakini another interesting thing ni kuwa hii wiki or next week we have some two people ambao wanakuwa wanafukuzwa kwa serikali. Mmoja anaitwa Justin Muturi ambaye kumesemekana amekuwa defiant, hiyo tunajua wazi. Na kuna mwingine anaitwa Barasa, minister huyu madam wa health, ameonekana hajui hata hana uwezo wa kuexplain government policy. So through that utaona so many changes zitafanyika kwa hii serikali, considering that Raila Odinga naye atapewa 50% of the government na Ruto ataremain na 50%. It is very interesting how Raila Odinga know how to maneuver these politics. Anajua pale atafinya na anajua, so unajua yeye alitake advantage ya Gen Z. Kajua huyu Gen Z mmefanya vizuri, sasa ni wakati wangu wa kukalia William Ruto nimfanye venye nataka. And that's how simply the power has been divided between the two. It's a matter of days, let us see. I'll keep you updating here. Wewe follow me ama unifuate pale YouTube yangu Kadito Moses. Tutakuwa tunafanya deep analysis moving forward pale.
Thank you very much, Mr. Kadito Moses. I think it is clear that what we are now experiencing is a 50-50 government, and such dances now are common because for once, Mr. President, co-president Raila Odinga is in government, and it is all merry and happiness. But let us focus on what really matters, the people. How are the people taking this issue? Because in all these agreements, it is the people who suffer the most. Let us not even for a minute think that Raila Odinga has taken this deal because of the goodwill or because of the interest of the people. We know that's a lie. He has taken this deal because it best serves him and his people. His people means people of his party and his family members. Make no mistake, it does not mean Kisumu. It does not mean Nyanza. It does not mean Western. It does not mean Coast. It means Raila Odinga, his family, and his ODM people who actually contribute to his wealth. But let us hear what the real wananchi think about this issue and how they are taking this issue.
Kwa majina naitwa Linet, mkaji wa Kisumu. Okay, chenye naweza kusema upande ya baba kurudiana na Ruto, naweza kushukuru sana, baba amefanya kitu mzuri sana. Unajua kila siku watu tunajonga kitu yenye baba amesema ni kitu ya ukweli na tena ameshaangalia vizuri. Hiyo ndio sababu imefanya amerudi kwa serikali. Alafu Mr. President pia ameshafanya vizuri, akachukua watu wetu, amewapea kazi nzuri sana kwa hizo vile amepeana.
Watu wetu, let us be very clear, ni watu wenye hujui mama yake, hujui uncle yake, hujui anyone. You just know that they belong to your tribe, so ni watu wenu. Sad.
Na hizo watu wetu kama wakina Mbadi saizi at least wanafanya kazi vizuri. Sasa chenye naweza kuambia baba, angalia watu wako na usiangalie watu wa Kisumu peke yake ama Nyanza peke yake. Angalia kila mahali. Ukishaangalia kila mahali, maneno yenye watoto wanauawa kila siku, unasikia mtoto ameuawa, matiagas, mabunduki, mapolisi wanarusha tu bunduki vile wanataka hivyo, at least ukomeshe. Alafu tena hapa Kisumu saizi, biashara ya Kisumu saizi ni mbaya kabisa. Unapata wao
Let us break down what this member of the society is asking of co-president Raila. Anamuuliza, when you become when you are now co-president, please do one thing: end killings, extrajudicial killings, that is abductions, and help us improve the economy of Kisumu. The economy is bad. There is no money movement. Question: for the last 1 year, let's call it 8 months, let's call it 7 months, let's even call it 6 months, Raila and Ruto have been rolling together in private jets. In places, they've been together in many places. But that was happening when he was with Ruto. What makes you believe that now that they have made it public and they have signed MOUs that are merely to fool you Kenyans, what makes you think that even for a minute, Raila Odinga is going to waste his time to do that which is best for your interest? What makes you believe that Raila Odinga is going to pressure Ruto to make the economy better so that you people of Kisumu can live a better life? What makes you think that now he has those powers and last week he didn't have them, the other month he didn't have them? He's had them if he was willing. What he is lacking is political goodwill. Na Mungu atusaidie jamani, kwa sababu I am a sad man. I don't like making these videos. As a matter of fact, I don't like, sipendi kumake hizi videos. Huwa nazimake kidogo napotea. Mpaka anasema hata sitangalia politics because they make me sad. But I cannot stop making them because I need to enlighten a woman like this who somehow thinks that the political class, the politicians, who somehow thinks that they have the good of the people at heart. They don't, bro. I said this before in some videos, that what we have in Kenya is politicians. It is not leaders. And what we need is leaders, not politicians. And until we change that, tutaumia sana. Now, I hate to disappoint you, but Raila Odinga will do nothing about your case. 2 years from now, you'll still be crying on about how bad the economy is in Kisumu.
Makanjo wanakimbiza watu usiku na mchana. Hizo hatutaki, baba, komesha.
Makanjo ni wa Anyang' Nyong'o. Anyang' Nyong'o is an ODM governor. For God's sake, please, before I get out of character, niende psycho. Au Makanjo unasema wanakimbiza watu Kisumu ni wa Anyang' Nyong'o, a governor mwenye ametolewa na ODM. How does Baba getting to government with Ruto really change anything? Baba angekuwa ameambia Anyang' Nyong'o watu wa Kisumu wanafukuzwa na Makanjo bure, komesha hiyo kitu, hajawahi mwambia. My God, let us look at another person kabla nikasirike.
Nakufa, watoto walikuwa wanaenda kwa barabara, na wakati baba aliongea, kila mtu akarudi kwa nyumba. Kwa hivyo hii Kenya, baba, watu wanasikia kusinda kila mtu. Sasa wameungana excellency. Saa hii ni saa ya kazi, saa ya siasa. Watu wawache wafanye kazi, wasaidie vijana, wasaidie wamama, wasaidie watoto wale wako shule. Wiko watoto maskini hata saa.
Again, I know it is very tempting when you're Raila Odinga. You sit at home, you look at your TV and you see people so enthusiastic about you. People who can basically lay their life on the ground for you. And you see how they look like. You know that these people are totally useless. I can take advantage of them. I know it is very tempting, but it takes a politician to actually take advantage of such people. And it takes a leader to know the vulnerability of the people who follow him. And instead of taking advantage of them, he chooses to do that which is best for them. Unfortunately, that is not what Raila has done. The last person.
Rudishwe. Umeelewa? Wamama ametesa Raila karibu ni mtu iko na maana, yeye ni mzee, yeye ni gentleman, anaweza fanya kila kitu. Sasa tunataka haki yetu arudishwe. Umeelewa? Wamama ametesa, sisi tunataka arudishe pasari, hospitali ya Ganjo hakuna dawa. Tafadhali Ruto anakuambia haki yetu rudisha. Ama kita akalia Raila.
Okay. Shukran sana.
Okay, you hear people genuinely believe that Raila can do something about their situation, and that is what really hurts me the most, because we know he's not going to do anything about that issue. Something that is hatuja discuss, but let us just discuss it for a while. What is going to happen? Because now if Baba is in government 100%, Mr. Moses, we are happy to bring you back. Now, if Baba is 50% of the government, what will happen to the people who seemed to have been brought by Uhuru Kenyatta, but in real sense, we learned that they were not even brought by Uhuru Kenyatta. It was just Ruto's attempt to try and win over the Mount Kenya, which has now become impossible. What shall happen to them?
Asubuhi nilikuwa nimewaambia about new pact ambayo inakuja ya 50-50 ya Raila na William Ruto. Nilikuwa nimepredict vibaya kwa sababu nilikuwa nimesema itafanyika in one week's times, but very unfortunate inafanyika leo. So today President Ruto alikuwa na mkutano na watu wote wa UDA kuwa brief what will be happening na deal yao na Raila Odinga. Na then ukiangalia pale nje ya KICC, supporters wote wa Raila Odinga wako hapo. Remember last week nilikuwa nimekuambia uko Harambee House mambo ilikuwa as busy as B, watu wakiprepare a new office ya co-president like
as busy as B.
So today hiyo mambo itakuwa inafanyika. Also issue ya Kabogo Lee na mwenzake Mutahi nasikia inapea William Ruto stress kwa sababu alikuwa amewaleta kwa serikali akiwa na hope za kuwa watamaliza influence ya Rigathi.
Tulia. Hizi ni vitu gani sasa zina happen?
Gachagua huko Mount Kenya. But ukiangalia venye mtu anaitwa nani? Kabogo aliingia na mioto ya ku-criticize Gachagua. Alienda tu 1 2 3 akashindwa kwa sababu Rigathi Gachagua naye inakaa influence yake Mount Kenya imeenda sana. So kusimamisha hiyo yote sasa kuna fununu kuwa amechoka na wao kwa sababu purpose yao haikuwa wa deliver kama ministers. Purpose yake kubwa ilikuwa wamsaidie.
But I can totally understand what this guy is saying. When is the last time you heard Kabogo, Kagwe and Lee speak? They seem to be so silent. They do not realize they were brought to be mouthpieces. They were brought to make noise so that Ruto can look better. But it seems like mwenye anajituma kidogo ni Kabogo, lakini hata Kabogo, unfortunately you're not doing enough, yeah?
Yeah, kumaliza influence ya Gachagua kwa Mount Kenya. So what will happen? Those are part of so many things that leo itafanyika hapo KICC. And believe me not, kuna watu watafutwa kazi leo wengi sana. Ndivyo Raila Odinga nawe awekewe. Remember, anataka zile minister alipewa, anataka ongezewe zingine 3. So you can guess what will be happening. Let's wait and see.
Thank you very much, Mr. Moses. Now, speaking of Rigathi Gachagua, who I would assume he's now the official opposition leader of this country, but the youth seem to have a different idea. As you can see on that poster, it says, "We Gen Z are now the official position, and we shall hold Raila Odinga and William Ruto accountable. We will fix this country by force." And you can see the picture there. It says Gen Z, we are the official opposition. As you can see, we have ODM there and UDA, who have chosen to, I think, put people in a bag. I don't know what this exactly means. And now it's a combined hashtag of Ruto and Raila must go. Previously it was just Ruto must go. Now, Raila has found himself in there. Yes, Ruto and Raila must go. Okay. Something very interesting when we are talking about Gen Z, and in the agreements between Raila Odinga and William Ruto, at least the agreement that they've read out, unajua wametusomea ile ambayo the official one, au wametusomea ile ambayo tunafaa kujua, like ile ya do, ile vile watagawana do, mwenye atakula hii, mwenye atakula hiyo, hatujaweza somewa. Sisi tumesomewa ile ya kutufunga macho maduanzi, wajinga, wapumbavu ambao wanaongozwa na wanasiasa. Mungu atukomboe jamani. Mungu atupatie viongozi ambao sio wanasiasa. Viongozi ambao wana kila nia njema kwa ajili ya Wakenya. Mungu, listen to us because we are tired of this nonsense. We are tired of politicians taking advantage of us. Talking about those things, hizo vitu wameagree. One of them was to end abductions and extrajudicial killings. Funny, it was read, and on the other side, one of the very vocal critics of William Ruto, this is happening to them.
Good morning, comrades. I have a very unfortunate news. One of us is being followed by the police, and they have a car that has the GK number plates. They have been trailing her, and they even went to her house yesterday during the day, and they were trying to break in, but they were not successful. So Elaine akulala kwa nyumba yake jana. She slept in a friend's place, and throughout the day, whichever moves she was making, that car was trailing her. And this number plate, by the way, it's not in the NTSA system. That is the initial search results. So we need to highlight this. We'll be going live to talk about this matter because this is intimidation bordering on abductions.
Again, I feel like this is the same report, but let's see.
Bearing sad news. Our very own Ellen sahi anafuatwa na mapolisi na gari ambayo inamfuata iko na number plate ya government of Kenya but haiko katika database. This is borderline abduction and it is intimidation. Jana walienda nyumbani kwake and they tried breaking in. Please share this video widely and also do your own videos and go on X and retweet. We need to keep Ellen safe. We need to save Ellen, and Ellen's life is actually in danger.
Let us not forget, this is happening even when the agreement between Raila Odinga and William Ruto has been read out loud, that one of the core fundamentals that they've agreed upon is that the abductions, extrajudicial killings are going to come to an end. Naona kama I'm not going to be wrong if I say hizo vitu tumeambiwa ili tufurahishwe, but they don't mean none of that. Thank you very much for finding time. Please hit subscribe if you enjoy this video.